Well, we kind of talked about you earlier in the season on your transition from the outside to playing more inside. Now that we're nearing the end of the season, what's been your assessment of your play so far?
Yeah, I mean, I definitely think it's been a pretty fun and exciting transition just to kind of learn a completely new position. Um, Definitely think there was some learning curves to it, and I wasn't super happy with my play at the beginning of the year in terms of how I was playing at guard, but I think I've definitely come a long way since then. So, very happy with where I'm looking right now.
And then just going back to those learning curves, what were they specifically, and how have you just kind of, just gone over those?
Yeah, no, I mean it's kind of weird to say, but at tackle you have a lot more space between you and the defender at the start of the play, and just kind of learning how to be ready to engage a lot faster at guard. You don't have as much time to kind of read. Like at tackle, you would expect the DN maybe on a pass set, you got like 2 or 3 steps to read, whereas a D tackle running right at you, he's going to hit you. You're gonna hit each other pretty quick. So that was kind of the biggest thing, was getting used to that space.
And then Coach Leftwich yesterday, he kind of attributed offensive success to how well the offensive line has been playing. Just in terms of where this group is at now, what's worked so well leading up to this final game of the season?
Well, I think we're all on the same page. Like that's what we talk about. Like we might make the wrong call, but if we all run the wrong call right, like together, then we're going to be able to make plays. We got enough people in the backfield to fix our mistakes, and when we do our job right, they're able to exploit the defenses, and so it's kind of the offensive line's doing well, but so is everybody else.
Have you and Reggie taken a chance to just be like this is awesome, can't believe we're here?
Yeah, all the time. I want to say for the BYU game for sure, when we got here, we always kind of take a lap around the field, and we stop for a second and be like, man, can you imagine where we were this time last year? Like the difference, just there was already people in the stands. There were the Raiderville and everything like that, where it was like that wasn't a thing. There was more people in Raiderville than there were some of at our home games in the winter. So that was pretty cool.
Following up on that, how much did you, I don't know, stop or interact with the kids at Raiderville during that week?
Yeah, no, I mean, I wasn't the most interactive with them. I was able to hand out breakfast with them, and they loved the breakfast burritos and donuts we were going around. Some guys were waking them up because I'm sure they were up late, and they were yelling about it being game day and how we got to get ready to go at 9 a.m. and handing out donuts. And no, it was just awesome to have the fans there. And then even when we get done with our meetings late at night, you come out and it's almost like a party out there, and it was just awesome. It was a crazy experience for sure.
I just looked up Westerville, Ohio's 211 miles from Morgantown. Had you been to Morgantown before?
Yeah, so I have been to Morgantown. Ooh, it would have been back in high school. I think I took a visit there or something like that, but I haven't been out there in a while. But that's where my family joked about even before the season started that's like our home game, because all my family lives around that area. So versus the 18-hour drive to like a 4-hour drive, so I'm going to have a lot of family there, which will be fun.
How much, if at all, has your family been here to Lubbock, or how many times?
Yeah, I've had I've been fortunate enough to have family at every game. It depends on which games, and I've been able to help them out with getting flights and getting tickets and stuff like that. So it's worked out pretty well.
So in another life, you could have been a Mountaineer. What about the Mountaineer mascot?
Yeah, I mean, I get that kind of resemblance a lot, and I'd like even a lot of people will call me a lumberjack, and I mean, I get it. So no, that's good. That's funny.
Any more questions? Will? Good.
I've seen Sheridan kind of step into a big leadership role, being one of the returning guys.
Yeah, no, I mean, I think Sherry is definitely taken that leadership role in terms of, especially with the center in our offense, making a lot of calls. He's got to be decisive, and we all got to follow him. Kind of going back to, if we make the wrong call, but we all follow him, then it'll all work out. So yeah, no, he's been doing awesome this year, and it's fun to play next to him.
Being an up-front guy, what's it been like to have, Cameron Dickey's been in the mix for Big 12's leading rusher this year, and then Jacoby, I think, is the Big 12's leader in all-purpose yards. Just the opportunity to block for guys like that.
Oh, it's great, because there's been times where like it should have been a 5-yard run, and then they take it for 60 yards. And it's just fun not only to be like that, my block helped them succeed. It's also fun when they're 20 yards ahead of you and you're chasing them down and you're just watching them make people miss or running through people. It's pretty cool. No, it's fun to have a good unit there.
Being Thanksgiving week, what's Thanksgiving normally like around your house? Either your home now or what it was like when you were a kid growing up.
Yeah, no, we would always have the whole family together. My whole side of the family is a bunch of cooks, so they would make just the best food, like my grandmother's mashed potatoes, and so good. Now I'd eat so much to where you get in that coma, you lay on the couch for an hour and just don't talk, and that was my tradition. I'm sure most of my family didn't go as hard as I did, but
That's it. Let's see if I'm remembering correctly. You're married now, right?
yes, I am.
So
yes.
what'll Thanksgiving be like for you this year?
Well, I don't know if I'll be able to work it out to go home for Thanksgiving, but I know we'll be doing some Thanksgiving stuff here, and I'll have my wife with me on Thanksgiving Day, so that'll be fun. And then, and then she's going to be able to go back and go home and see her family for that weekend and then actually meet us at West Virginia. So, but then year after, we should kind of go back to the normal where having the whole family over and it's just a good time.
Coach Leftwich mentioned that you guys have a pretty strong relationship in terms of the offense coming over to his house, seeing his wife, his kids, all that. And then he also mentioned that some of you guys have gone to him for advice when it comes to getting married, when it comes to going through that. Did you talk to him at all prior?
I did not, just because I was already engaged before I got here. But I definitely, the coaching staff here has been wonderful. And if I was in that stage of my life at that time, I definitely would have talked to them because they're all very good dudes. So, yeah.
I asked David this, but you as an offensive lineman, how has the Patrick Mahomes walkthrough room kind of helped you guys as a unit out, but also you as an individual, maybe even going into your, if you plan on going pro?
No, it's an awesome tool to have. I've never had anything like it, obviously, and I don't know how many places have it. But even with us, when we've gone up against some teams that have a bunch of different looks that we haven't seen before, and so you watch things on film and you can kind of get it and you kind of walk through it. But to be able to do both at the same time really kind of speeds up your understanding of okay, this is how it's going to look, this is how it's going to feel. And so it's a very cool tool, especially when it comes to unique blitzes and stuff like that, to be able to work through it. Thank you, guys.